also the JpH podcast. That is our featured artist of the month, Mr. Brent Lowery from Pemberville, Ohio. A lot of you may remember him from Brent Lowery and the Drifters back in the day. He's been playing out live for 10, 15 years. And what a popular resume, or I shouldn't say popular, just a huge resume he's got on his shoulders that he carries. He's played for over 15 years out. Last 5 or 6 years he's done basically by himself, going by the Brent Lowery himself. All over Ohio, Indiana, California. I mean, dude's even been to the Caribbeans, Nashville, Florida, Oregon. He's just been all over, man. Been on the Jeff Lamb show.
Oregon, Ohio, or
no, the state of Oregon. And he has played Oregon, Ohio, actually, because there used to be a bar over there, a country bar he used to play. So he was even on. He was even showcased on the Nashville Entertainment Weekly TV show. He's opened for a lot of great acts, and included Thompson Square recently. And that's who our artist of the month is, man. You can check him out on Spotify. He's got a Facebook page as well. iTunes. I think that's where we got some of his music from, wasn't it, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Apple Music.
Yeah. So welcome to the JpH podcast. This is episode 13. We got Mr. Tony Taylor from Rock House Studios in the house. Owner and producer. We got Mr. Matt Allen.
hello, hello.
And we have from Bass Gear Magazine, Mr. Tom Ballas.
Howdy.
Yeah. Mr. Mike Sesley is the Director of Music and Arts and Technology from Terra State Community College.
Hello.
Here in Fremont, Ohio. So these two guys are going to be here. We'll talk a little bit later what they're here for. It's a really big announcement.
First, we've had two guests in the studio.
This is a first. This
Yeah.
is a very first, man. Like,
I was nervous, like, how am I going to fit everybody in here?
well, I was nervous on our tangents because the three of us are bad enough.
Yeah, as we
But-
found out in the last episode.
But when we had two more people, it can get even worse.
Well, it's
Right.
okay because Mike and I are a rhythm section, so we work together.
All right.
Good point.
So you're going to go off on a tangent together? Is that what you're saying?
I love
Exactly.
it.
Great.
That's all right. I love that. It's good stuff, man.
I'll set him up and he'll give it a big ending.
Oh, yes.
For those that don't know, Mike Sesley is known as Big Ending Mike.
Yes, he is, man. Loved it.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully not today.
Mike said one too many Mountain Dews.
Mike looks almost too comfortable sitting in Jamie's chair over
He almost
there.
looks too comfortable that he's uncomfortable.
I must say, I gave up my chair to Mike, and
Yeah.
I kind of like this chair.
Okay.
I do.
I really like
So-
this one too. Gotta
You seem very energized, Jamie, as Mike is
It's-
not so much. So.
I like it's the balance.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
high and the low, man. It's good.
So I'm not moving the chairs later.
I didn't say I wanted it permanently. I just said I thought that you have a nice chair here,
Okay.
unlike the other chairs you gave the guests throughout
Yeah.
the first year.
Well, we didn't have these.
Finally, we
We're-
have some nice chairs for our guests.
All he had to do is ask, and I would have bought chairs.
Right.
Oh,
You
really?
told him time and time again.
No,
you'll buy
no,
stuff
no,
for the
no,
studio.
no. I found chairs. Like,
Oh,
hey,
Jesus Christ.
we got chairs. It was like 4 for $100. Like, let's go. But he's like, I'm not driving to Columbus. It's like, I'll drive.
I was in
But
Columbus.
you're buying.
This is also kind of cool because we had your lead singer of Stranger Than Fiction on last year,
Yeah.
and now we have 2 more members.
Right.
So all we need to do is get the book in here, and we got the whole band through.
I said something to him last night. I go, hey, it's like, you're going to be the only one not on the podcast. He's like, that's fine.
we'll bring him in as just as a special. We'll make him play Final Countdown.
Oh, my God. You guys would not stop for that.
Us guys.
No, him and Bubba.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I like the song.
Okay.
With
Anyways.
the robot noise, it sounded like almost like a synthesizer. It was
Wow.
pretty good.
Okay.
All right, that's dumb.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Matt Book is the heart and soul of Stranger Than Fiction, so that would be a good call.
That
I'm gonna
is
tell you
very
what,
true.
man. It makes a huge difference with the keyboards. I'm serious. Like it was like me and Aaron were talking. Like it's so awesome when you have a band that can do different things that can add so much more. Jeez,
Matt's
It was
super
awesome.
talented. He can play anything, too.
Yeah.
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 Bass.
Bass, guitar, vocals,
Yeah.
keys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does it all.
Pretty talented guy.
Yeah. Oh,
So hell yeah, man.
so yeah, it was good. See you guys there last night.
Oh, it was a good time, man.
So-
You guys did a good show, man. Loved it. Packed house too, man.
Yes.
Plaza. Holy crap.
Thank you. That was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
It was
Yeah, I was
good times.
pretty fun night for me. I mean, I got to settle my lawsuit with your sister.
What? Oh, yeah.
Brent says, I'm going to buy you a beer, and we're going to sell this today, so you can't sue me. Because the more I'm thinking about the video, it incriminates me. I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
it
a little
does.
bit, a little
I
bit.
saved it just in case something ever comes back. So we settled out of a beer, so... And then I had to buy
Was it
him.
in writing, though?
But then I had to buy him one. So that
Well, there's
really
offer and acceptance. The beer was offered. He accepted it.
And we got a lawyer here
you
telling
go.
us this, so
Yeah.
Well,
you can't. You're screwed
Complete a
now.
contract.
And you're putting
And,
it.
and he just witnessed you saying it. So
Consideration was exchanged.
Jeez,
Yep.
this is messed up. Good thing we have the power of edit.
Oh no. Thank you, Tom.
Happy to be of service.
But yeah, then I had to
Send
pay
him the bill.
Then he yelled at me, said I didn't buy him a beer back. So I bought him one back. So I don't know if that really makes us even.
Potential rescission.
Right.
Well,
all right. So what do we got here? We got some beers. We all,
Oh, yeah.
Most of us have some beers. Mike, you don't drink, so we're going to excuse you from this
Yep.
session. But you're welcome to sit here and listen to what us fools are drinking.
Oh, we're going to start with Mr. Bowis because he's already got
Yeah,
bottle in
start with
hand.
the guest.
And I'm just going to say that I've been waiting for this because Tom actually was the first person I knew that drank different beers when he was playing in Gingley Joe days. And he was like, you should put that beer down and get one of these. And it was like a Guinness. I'm like, wow, that looks really dark. And so I'm really excited as you and Tony both have been big.
Why is it
inspirations.
that when you do Tom's voice, it sounds just like Darren's voice when you do Darren's voice?
I didn't do Tom's voice, did I?
You should try one of these.
Oh, wow.
I heard it. Yeah.
That's messed up. All right. I was just.
Is it just all bass players sound alike to you, or what?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I was
both,
telling Tom this yesterday. I was like, both have long hair, you both have deep voices, and you play bass.
and we play Thunderbirds too. So,
Yeah, it's a true story. That's right.
well,
right.
first of all, am I supposed to look at you or look at the camera?
You,
There is no camera.
Sure, there's no camera.
yeah,
I wish there was.
I wish there was two.
This is like the Beatles, right? You've got the hidden camera.
Right. Yeah, that's a new light. So no,
Yes.
you're good, brother.
Like this thing right here. That can't be like just for it's. That's got to be a hidden camera.
It's
right?
not just
That's
a
not
pink
it.
unicorn.
That's a gift from my wife.
Oh, Mike's touching it.
That's a gift from my
You
wife.
told me not know he's allowed to touch that.
Your wife again.
Why's it got a USB port then?
It does not. It's
that's
pre-USB.
That's to charge the battery inside it. Whole another story.
Oh, man. Holy crap. All right.
All right, Tom.
What you drinking, brother?
Looks like you got a whiskey or something.
Well, I
over
do.
there.
I mean, I'm glad to help you along your path towards alcoholism
Yeah,
and
sure.
diversified alcoholism.
My liver thanks you.
I generally do like my craft beers, but I'm also, if someone says bring a drink, I think outside the box sometimes. I'm bringing something Nick Offerman would be proud of, a Lagavulin 16 single malt scotch.
Wow.
It's a Islay scotch on the peaty side.
Nice.
Oof.
That's a.
Quite tasty.
It's not a cheap bottle either.
It's good, though.
Yes.
It's
yes.
whiskey. It can't be good. I've proven that time and
It's-
time again.
I don't think you have good taste.
It's whiskey spelled without an E, so in that case,
Oh,
it would be
okay.
whiskey. But don't call it a whiskey unless you take that E out.
I did take the E out because it's scotch.
Appreciate that.
Nice.
All right. I got
I can't hear you at all.
I have.
There you go. You have a camera with the naked women on your phone.
Because he's old and he can't read without.
Listen.
Is that the
Work
over 40
hard.
app?
Play hard. Drink shard.
What? What the hell's going on?
I've never been big on labels, but this one
That's Martha Stewart.
is the exception.
That's got to be.
Yeah.
That's Martha Stewart.
Martha Shard.
Jesus
That
Christ.
was my drink.
That's her. That's her. Is her prison drink?
Tony's getting in touch with his inner Martha Stewart.
Is that a
It's her-
91 or 99 crimes?
Her 19 crimes.
Oh,
19
yeah. The
crimes,
same thing we
whatever
have
it
with
is.
Snoop Dogg.
99 crimes, yeah. Now I got 99 crimes and a wine ain't one, I guess.
Wow. Jesus
But now
Christ.
it is.
You sure you didn't need picked up to this show? Jesus Christ. What the hell was that?
You know, that one, he was like drunk at the end. I think he already was drunk by the time he got here. Wow. So,
Oh,
So what kind of wine is that, Tony?
it's a
even-
Chardonnay.
Oh, okay.
The Shard. The Martha's Shard.
oh, how you opened that quick?
I already had it done.
Oh, that's no fun.
You know, like I wanted to save the agony.
So
That's-
Tina opened it for you. earlier.
No.
Yeah, you look like a real man because your wife opened it for you. I was opening it myself.
No, you didn't.
No, I opened it for you.
Which one?
Both of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I used that tool to do it.
No, you
you tried to use the tool.
Yeah,
It
you
didn't work
tried.
out.
It was pretty dumb. I didn't like the tool.
All right, Jamie, what are you drinking, you
Oh,
fool?
shit.
You're not even ready.
I forgot. All right, Harpoons is one of my favorite breweries, and they teamed up with Dunkin' Donuts, and they have a variety pack, and the one that I brought is a blueberry. Shit. I don't know how to say that word. What's that say?
Oh, God.
Ergonomic.
Let me see it.
Matcha?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I
Matcha
don't
sounds-
feel stupid.
Matcha sounds
Is it
right.
Okay.
matcha?
Blueberry matcha IPA.
Wow.
So I love IPAs. I love blueberries. I love blueberry beer. I mean, I do. Harpoon's got a really good blueberry. What's the matter? Are you scared?
This sounds gross.
Just trying to put those three words together in
Yeah.
context. It's like, wow.
And how is it?
Oh, it's good. That's really good.
All right.
It's really good. It's great.
Well, I talked about this one last week, and I brought it today because Hillary Frater thought she was so damn smart in correcting me.
good
I have here a Roke, R-O-A-K, Hillary Frater.
Not rogue.
Spelled it.
Nope, Roke. And it's the same one you were having last week, different company, same
Oh, yeah,
flavor.
yeah. We were talking
it's
about
the chocolate lava cake devil dog oatmeal stout.
Nice.
That's a lot in a beer.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there any beer in it?
Oh, there's lots of beer in that.
That's all it is beer. It's
That's
kind of like
weird.
your blueberries and
Whoa. It's an IPA with blueberries
But
in it, man. Calm down.
actually, I bought a variety pack. So I've got the French toast, which you like, Tony, and then the
Yeah,
oatmeal stout
toast.
as well.
Nice.
And I know Mike said he downed a Mountain Dew before we got here. So,
did.
Mike, you want to tell us about your Mountain Dew that you had?
It was cold and refreshing.
Well, let me just say, it's not that I don't want to drink.
No, I'm just,
I will.
I'm
I
helping
do
you
so
out.
many drugs, though. It's,
Hey,
it's like if I do drink.
My caffeine and sugar don't count.
No.
There goes your out, Mike. You're on your own now.
What I have here, though, is a glass of air.
Oh,
If I could put something in it, it would probably be some Crown.
nice.
Oh.
Oh, I see. No, I like Crown.
Now, is your
Gotcha.
glass of air half empty or half full?
It is half.
Trick question. It's all full. It's full. Each glass is always full. Half liquid, half air.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Love it. I don't have any Crown. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I had some, but I didn't bring it.
Okay.
Damn it.
Scotch?
No, scotch.
Now, this is already bad. Mike doesn't drink, but just listening to us in this little bit, he's like, I need a drink right now. I wish I had some Crown. He's
It's
like,
like,
yep.
I thought I could get through this sober, and I was wrong.
We can't get through this sober.
So that's our drinks.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
So, Jesus Christ, we're already there already. We're
We're already there.
to the new bit.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna,
We're not sure how this is going to go over, but it's Jim Hallbeisen, so it has to be good.
Right. So we got a new bit for 2022. We're going to C+ this crap, I'm telling you. So what we got, we have a new bit called Hello, Sydney. And every other podcast episode, what we're going to do is scroll through one of our contacts. and
Is it
pick
going to be
somebody-
every? I don't know.
Every
If it's going to
other.
be every other.
Every other?
That seems like a commitment. I wouldn't go with every other.
just whenever we.
Yeah. What if we have another bit that we want to use? I mean, we don't, but what if we did?
Well, we got your bit that's going to be announced next
Well, are you doing it
podcast.
every podcast or every other podcast?
I was
Well,
doing
I don't. I wouldn't even commit to every other.
just randomly?
Yeah, that's what I would think.
You
I kind of
know,
like that.
about 35 of the 120 just turned off.
Every third.
Viewers, listeners, over this rant.
Well, then
let's end it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
it won't be every other. There you go.
Thank you. Good night.
This is like a talk off the podcast. Are you sure you want to do it every other?
I think somebody's an idiot.
Oh my God.
Well, you trying to get him to steal me?
No, I think
You just
somebody's
gave him
an
the
idiot.
head nod toward me. You fucking idiot!
That's right, Matt. Another new sample, baby.
Oh, God. All right, so you want to call
shit.
your dad?
Oh, yeah. You want to use my phone?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
What's up?
Hey, what are you doing?
Sitting here in my household watching television. What's up?
All right.
Watching what?
Watching something on TV.
All right. Well, hey, so we're doing something cool and new, and we're at the podcast, so we figured we'd just call you and ask you 10 questions. And you can hang up if you don't want to answer the questions, or you can answer them.
Say what?
Yeah, that's right. That's the new thing we're doing. We're going to call people every so many episodes, so we figured we'd start with you.
How you doing, Jim?
That's Tony Taylor.
Pretty good, you?
Doing all right. I am not participating in this.
What? It was your idea.
No. You guys are going to set me up. I can already feel it.
Oh, man. So, yeah, can I ask you 10 questions?
So I got to answer them?
No, you can say, no, I'm not answering them.
Okay, well,
Oh,
go
yeah.
ahead.
All right. Who's your favorite president of all time?
My favorite? Probably Reagan.
All right.
He's
Who's
got to answer quicker than that.
Okay.
Though. He's taking too long.
You just,
What?
You just stop.
Stop.
Alan.
Yeah. Come on, Alan.
Or you'll lose a client. Least favorite president?
Obama.
Oh, over Biden?
Well, they're pretty close.
All right. True or false? I always return the stuff I borrow.
False.
That one you answered too quick, man. I always bring it back eventually.
No, you don't. Jim, where's your trailer right now?
Hey,
Yeah.
the trailer. I'm just holding it for him.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Dang it, Tony!
Ah.
In your face. Oh, okay. Do you listen to all the Have you listened to all the podcast shows?
No.
Oh, damn it! What's your favorite one?
I've only seen two, so I don't know.
All right.
What do you say? I'm on what?
He's like,
And he saw them. He's seen them. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
video.
So, yeah, the
Right,
video.
there you
Yep,
go.
yep.
That's Tom Ballas, by the way. He's here too. He's one of our guests tonight.
Hello.
Oh, let's see here. And I lost my. Oh, what's your favorite thing that Joe Biden has done since in office?
What's the favorite thing he's done since he's been in
Since
office?
Joe's been in office. Yep, Joe Biden.
Favorite thing? Nothing.
Oh. Who's your
Well, I'm
favorite?
serious.
What's that?
I'm serious.
I believe you.
I'm serious.
Okay, well, I believe you. I don't know if I got one yet or not. So, who is your favorite character on 90210?
What?
I never watched that show.
All right. All right. Chevy or Harley?
Oh man, that's two bad choices. Hey, I mean, actually between a rock and a hard spot there. I'd say
right.
Chevy. I'd say Chevy.
Oh my God! I can't believe you said that.
You know me and Harley's, Jim.
Yeah, I know. I know you and Chevys too.
I know.
You're a Ford guy.
I know.
All right, last question. Who's your favorite child?
Oh my goodness, I can't answer that.
Yes!
I'll take the fifth
win.
on
She
that
just
one.
said you were going to say her.
No, I wouldn't say that to anybody because you're both just as important as that, you know.
But Tony's not.
Whoa!
Yeah, he slides in there.
Oh,
Well,
shit, man.
Jim,
All right.
you didn't get as upset as we were hoping you would. We picked you because we thought you'd get upset and
Well, he did pretty
probably
good.
hang up on us, but you didn't even hang up.
Hey, I told him he didn't have to answer, so.
No, I wouldn't hang up on you.
Yeah, all right.
How many tools of yours does Jamie still have?
Oh my God. I don't have
I don't really know.
You don't keep track?
Hey, I'm retired and single. I got too many of everything, so it don't matter.
Nice. Great answer.
Nice.
Man. I loved it, man. I still have your shop vac, by the way. But yeah, anyways.
You still got my shop vac?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I seen it yesterday when I was moving the snowblower, and yeah, it's like, oh, damn.
What? I thought I took it back.
No, I still have it.
All right. That's no big deal.
All right.
What?
Man.
That's not the Jim I remember from high school, man.
Oh, yeah, he was wound tight when we were in high school.
Oh, he would come out there and chew your ass because you were using his wrench.
Well, that's because he left him out in the grass. I come home from driving truck, and I'd be looking in the grass. There'd be shiny stuff in the grass, so I had to pick him up.
There you go.
Well, they got picked up then.
Matt really remembers one time working on the Cavalier. You took one of the wrenches. You said, "Are you done with this?" I said, "Yeah." You took it. You made sure it got back.
I got to keep an eye on him down here too, Jim. I feel your pain.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't doubt that.
Oh, God. Coming from the biggest thief on the podcast, Tony Taylor.
Uh-oh.
Christ.
Hey,
Nice
good.
cheers, Tony.
Oh shit! All right, Dan. Well, thanks for participating in the first bit, man. I'll talk at you later.
All right.
Did you get your phone figured out?
Well, no, I'm gonna go tomorrow to Verizon and see if I can figure it out.
All right. All right, man.
You guys have a good night.
All right.
You as well.
See you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right.
He did not get as wound up as I was hoping he would
Start.
get.
You got my shop vac still? I was like, oh, here it goes.
I know. I thought it was too.
Maybe he just gave up on that.
He might have. Yeah,
I
he
just
might have
ruined
just
him.
been like, "All right, forget it. This idiot's done the same thing for 40-some years."
All right. Well, 47 to be exact.
Oh yeah.
Not to be his count.
Happy birthday, Gene.
Thank you.
Yeah, so he didn't get as wound up. I remember him. Oh man, his face would turn red and
What'd you
everything
think of the
else.
song, man?
It was good. I mean,
I like it, man.
where'd you steal the music from?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You wrote it down.
Yeah, I wrote it down. I was going to give the shout out to him here. Just-
Well, we were just trying to find the sample, and we we're just gonna like build it, and then somebody already had it.
Oh, who had it?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
we did steal music.
Not really.
We
only had
tried that before.
They only had
Remember how it
16
worked out?
likes. No, it's not really.
16 likes.
Or views? Is that what it was?
subscribers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I hope they're not listening to our show.
Wow.
So you giving the shout out or what?
I don't remember their name.
So stealing music is what you were doing while I was working?
Wow.
Wow.
We should have a laugh track. That's not funny at all.
Intellectual property
We
without
should-
this no laughing man.
Let's do a laugh. Let's do a laugh track. All right.
That is the best laugh track ever.
And you got
Ever.
if you really listen to it, you can hear Hillary in the background doing her.
We almost combined them both.
You
Oh,
guys,
yeah,
you guys
shit.
did. You should have combined them both. That would have made it better.
If you listen, it's in there. We couldn't.
No, I know what he's talking about.
guys-
her
That's some
her
great work.
voice was so loud it carried over your mic. So I'm like, it's great, it's still there. That laugh was great.
All right. Well, that was the first skit. I think it went over about like a lead balloon.
Well, it's all right.
I think this episode so far is kind of like this.
Wow.
All right.
Jeez.
Must be.
I'm just messing. No,
Shall we-
it's not.
Shall we get on to the next song?
Let's do the next song.
All right.
Okay. What is the next song, Jamie?
This one's called "That's Life," and it's really cool because on this album that he recorded, he did it in Nashville at the Ricky Skaggs Studio Skaggs. So pretty cool. He was a country singer back in the day.
I know who Ricky Skaggs is.
Well, I didn't know. I know that country's your second most favorite genre of music, so I was just trying to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just an old worn out cowboy heartbreak. Did the best that I could. I know I was wrong. Felt so right. Once was a gunslinging, girl pleasing, careless hell of a man. I'm just a cigarette and I'm living reckless shell of a man. What I thought was right turned out to be a lie. Oh, but that's life.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's life.
Mr. Brent Lowery. Again, check him out on Facebook and also get his music on Spotify and iTunes. And check him out, man. So we got two guests here. We talked about earlier with Tom and Mike. And we got something pretty cool happening April 8th and 9th. The
Friday and Saturday.
2022 Midwest Rhythm Summit. So tell us about it, guys. What's going on? What can we expect there, man?
This will be the third Rhythm Summit we've had. We started it in 2018. We had to take 2020 and 2021 off because of this fun COVID thing. But the idea of the Rhythm Summit was to bring some, truly world-class clinicians to the Midwest here in Fremont, Ohio, combined with some music performances, some education, and really tailor it towards the student experience because we wanted all high school and college students to be able to attend for free, but also open to the general public. So it's just something Mike and I kind of had in mind for many years, going to some of these music trade shows like the NAMM show, the North American Music Merchants show. And we said, hey, we could do something like that, in the Midwest, because usually they're on the coasts, East Coast, West Coast. And we started that in 2018, had some fantastic clinicians. We did a 2019 summit, which was also fantastic. We had a 2021 dialed in that was going to be killer, but, COVID. And so we're now back at it for 2022, and I think it's pretty cool. What do you say, Mike?
I would have to agree with you. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Tom and I go on to some of these shows, get to talking on the road, and hey, we could do that in Fremont of all places,
Right.
and it's been well received, especially by the artists. A lot of these people come from big cities, so
Right.
when they get to Fremont, it's pretty relaxing for them. They blend in real well with the students, and it's almost got a camp-like feel to it for the weekend.
Yeah, 'cause-
everybody eats together. And
Oh, that's
Because
cool.
you guys have actually had some pretty big names. I know Billy Joel's drummer was here one year.
Liberty DeVito.
Liberty DeVito, yeah.
Yep.
What others have you had here?
Chuck Rainey, who played with Michael Jackson and Aretha Franklin. He has 19 platinum albums to his name.
Yeah.
Steely
Chuck-
Dan as well,
Steely
right?
Dan.
Dan. Chuck was one of our founding members. We've had Dave Ellefson from Megadeth, Frank Bello from Anthrax. We've had a lot of the folks that are behind the scenes that you might not know as much, the composers and directors as well.
Thomas Lang,
Thomas Lang.
voted best drummer in the world by Modern Drummer.
Wow. That's a
Next
hell
to
of a
Mike
feat.
Cecily. They didn't.
Right.
We had Oscar Cartaya, who played with he was Jennifer Lopez's
Played with J-Lo.
her music director. He also is played in Spyro Gyra. He's been nominated for Latin Grammys of his own. He's from Puerto Rico, and just fantastic performer. Doug Johns, who's from Illyria, but he's known worldwide really as one of the best bass players and also composers and conductors. I mean, he has stuff for just bass and drums, but he also has like a whole big band that backs him up on what he does. So we've had some great folks, and as Mike was saying, being in the Midwest, quite frankly, you know, the hospitality and the friendliness and whatnot, it really is different than what you experience when you're off in LA.
Yeah.
And the artists really kind of liked it. And the format out at Terra is such that people can, you know, we don't have a formal meet and greet, you know, but when you have your sessions, when you get done, you know, the people are talking one-on-one. We eat dinner together and lunch and whatnot. So it's a pretty cool setup.
Walk me through this. If I decide to come to the Midwest Rhythm Summit, what am I going to see when I come here? Kind of explain, walking through the door, what's it all about? What's
the
going
upcoming one?
on? Yeah, any of them?
No,
probably most
this
likely
one.
the
This one.
upcoming one. Yeah.
We'll talk about this one.
Well, usually we try to do a high school day, the first day, and try to get as many high school students as we can to come in. So most of the events that we have are geared around things that they might be interested in. This year we're going to have a panel of artists from all over the country that are going to talk about jobs in the music industry.
Oh, that's smart.
We're going to have some demos and other things for them to do. So, like the first 45 minutes or so, they can walk around, check out the campus, check out all of the audio facilities that we have. And then we're going to do another panel session, mostly talking about some of the things that the artists have done to get to where they are. Kind of this is how we did it sort of thing. And then we're going to have a lunch speaker, which is going to be a former student from Terra, Sunny Brandon.
Oh, I just saw that she was added. That's pretty cool.
She's from Fremont, yep. And,
Is that Andy's daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She was a great student and got a job at Sweetwater.
Wow.
So she's a sales engineer over there right
Cool.
now. So who better than to talk to the students than a former student?
Right.
So the students sit out, I assume, and look at the stage, and we got these people just talking about their careers and how they got to where they're at.
Actually, we have a series of sessions going on. So at any given time slot, there's 2, possibly even 3 different sessions going on.
Okay.
So the main stage there in the SAC is mostly going to be used for the concerts Friday night and Saturday night. We might use it if it fits, you know, for a session during the day. But we have a big chunk of the rooms at Terra available for the summit. So we'll have, you know, 2 different session tracks going. So if someone's more into, you know, recording or working in the music industry, they might choose one set of classes. And if someone's more into drumming performance or bass performance, that they might go to a different set of class. So we're utilizing the classrooms out there. You know, so you'll walk in and there'll be registration, and you'll have a schedule of what rooms are having what sessions.
Very cool.
But for the most part, everyone together is going to be for the concerts on Friday night and Saturday night, and those are open to the public. So the sessions during the day on Friday being more educational based, and then on Saturday we have a bit more of the technical based on both recording and plus drumming and bass playing. You know, if you are into those types of things, of course, those sessions will be very, very valuable. If you're just someone who wants to come out and hear some music, for the most part, you're going to come to the concerts on Friday night and Saturday night.
And that's just the groups that are there, the people that are there getting together, or do you actually have acts lined up, or how's that?
Oh, yeah, we have quite a few acts lined up. On Friday night, we're going to have the Together Band open things up from Fremont.
Nice.
And then we have a band called My World from New York City
New York City?
returning.
What kind of music do they play?
You fucking idiot.
My World, the core members of My World actually have done a ton of writing for music on different TV shows that that you may know. But they're like a high energy, you know, rock between prog rock and classic rock and modern rock. It's kind of a good nice mix
blend.
of stuff. Yeah,
that's cool.
No,
very cool.
They're really nice guys. When I talked to them last, like John's great.
John Montalbano,
Yeah, with all that hair,
the friendly
and
giant.
yeah, and then but like when I was talking to the guitar player, like he's friends with what I don't want to say was with Chris Cornell, and we were talking about that, like how Chris found out that he was in Audio Slave, so we talked about that and everything. So that was kind of fun. But so they're really a good group of guys, and like I think they did like a lot of stuff for Comedy Central.
They did, and John and Chris were writing most of the music for the shows in Comedy Central. They got a pilot for this show called South Park that they watched it and they said, "Man, we just can't get into this. We don't think this is going to be a thing." So that was like one of the few Comedy Central shows that they did not write the music for.
I thought they did. I thought they wrote not the theme music.
No, they were supposed to write the theme music. So I think had they accepted, it wouldn't have even gone to Les Claypool and Primus.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool. That's
Rob Noxious, their drummer, also plays with Kill Code.
Yeah, and that's like a worldwide band.
Yep.
so that's the Friday night show, and then Saturday night, Mike, who do we have?
Saturday night, we're opening up Stranger Than Fiction.
hey,
Oh,
who
yeah,
are them
yeah.
guys?
Who's that? What do they play?
That's Matt Book's band.
Nice.
That's it.
The elusive Matt Book.
And that's Saturday night, you said? Okay.
Yeah.
Followed by Dig Infinity.
Nice.
Dig Infinity is a band from L.A., and they're just a phenomenal power trio made up of musicians that have played with, for instance, J.B. Eckel, the lead guitar and frontman, has played with Santana,
Nice.
produced a couple of Santana records, and sang on a couple of them.
Wow.
Both him and Pancho Tomasali, the bass player, played with War for quite a few years.
Wow.
Paul Gonzalez, the drummer, he's played with Oscar Cartaya at previous summits.
Yep.
But he's played with Gloria Estefan, Sheila E., and other bands like that. But
cool.
so that's going to be the second band. They're putting an EP out right now. As we speak, it should be out any time now.
That's pretty cool.
And we asked Paul how his year's been going. He said he spent New Year's Eve in Vegas playing with Bruno Mars.
Wow.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what a hard New Year's Eve, right?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
But-
go ahead.
We are
And
about to make a very, very big announcement for the Saturday night concert too.
Wait, do we get
Awesome.
the announcement?
I think we could do it. Let's make the announcement.
Can we do
now,
it?
We
Mike.
do it well.
Well, I will say this: it'll be out. It'll be out in time
At the
too.
end of the month.
It'll be out at the end of the month. So it's up to you guys.
Yeah, well, next week we're going to announce
Okay. Well, we won't say nothing on
Crystal
the-
Bauer Socks.
Wow,
cool.
Is
that's
gonna be
awesome.
here. Yep,
Very
doing
cool.
the
She's
main.
really good. I've seen her before. I mean, she was really good when she came back at Mudhens and played. And that's cool.
Yeah, she'll be coming up from Nashville and doing a presentation in the afternoon, and then doing the feature show on Saturday night.
Oh, awesome.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
So, aside from the big names in the bands, do you have other people coming with big names that are just there to teach or there to watch? Or
Well, we have Tom Lee's coming.
oh, that's a huge name.
We do.
Yeah.
And in addition to being the ambidextrous guitar player from Gingley Joe,
Yes,
a band
sir.
which you guys are aware of,
Oh, yeah.
Tom is also truly one of the top intellectual property attorneys in the U.S. I mean, he's big name.
Yep.
And he has a lot of clients that are in the music industry. And so, being a successful artist, whether you're recording in the studio or performing live, knowing your intellectual property rights and securing those, is key to actually having a career that you can, pay the mortgage and
Right.
buy food,
Right.
as opposed to being a starving musician.
Right.
So, is that what he's there for? Is he going to talk about that, or?
He's going to be on one of our panel discussions about jobs in the industry. Then he will have his own standalone session on intellectual property rights for musicians.
That's
so-
pretty cool, man.
So
Yeah,
you got
it is.
half of Gingley Joe scheduled to be in Fremont.
If Eric wasn't out on the water,
What does that mean?
I would-
We could probably get Greg Morgan here.
Nice.
So if you guys can convince Eric to get off the
Off the
sailboat
boat?
in the Caribbean,
Depot, sure, I'll be there.
yeah.
That would be a fun reunion. We haven't seen them. And when's the last time you guys played together? I know it was up here.
Depot probably
Yeah.
8-9 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, it's
but
been that long.
It'll happen again.
Good.
It'll happen again.
So back to the rhythm or the Midwest Rhythm section. That's the official name of it, right? The Midwest Rhythm section.
Summit.
Summit.
yeah.
Correct.
So how do you guys go about lining up these artists and getting them in here? Is that a tough job, or you guys got quite a few deep connections that make it somewhat easy?
Well, if we had an unlimited payroll, it'd be very easy.
Because most of them want paid.
Well, exactly. But, Mike and I have a lot of connections in the industry. And so, going to someone that you know and saying, hey, I've got a paying gig and we're going to pay, going rates. Are you available in April? A large number of them would say, yeah, sure. Okay. But we have two things that fight against us. One is, we only have a limited budget. And so we try to get them to scale back what they would normally accept as their pay.
Right.
And most of them are actually very, very cool about doing that because they love the educational focus on this. Because a lot of these types of events don't have that. So the idea that, you can come and have an impact on a student, whether they're high school or college or whatnot, hopefully that appeals to everybody. But, a lot of these artists that we're inviting, they're telling us, hey, that's pretty cool. We haven't heard that before. So we're trying to budget for that. But even though we have a very limited budget ourselves, the second wrinkle of it is we try to partner with some of the brands that these artists are affiliated with and try to get them to help.
Help kick in
some of the costs, right?
That's cool.
So really, we kind of start off with the artists that we know, and then we try to say, are you available? And then, if possible, we try to see, do you have a company that you're affiliated with that might be able to chip in towards some of it? And we kind of, trim it down from there. And there are some folks that you just, you don't have that opportunity to have a co-sponsor. So in that case, we're like, hey, we really want you guys. What's the best price we can get? And,
right.
If we can swing it, we can swing it. So we have a big pool of people to choose from because, the various shows that Mike and I have gone to, you actually do get to know a lot of people, and you get, personal contact info that you wouldn't otherwise have. So we have plenty of the contacts. It's just trying to line up the timing. And also we have some friends too that are on tour.
Yeah.
And so there are some big names that I don't want to say now because we're hoping to get them for future years, but I keep asking and they're like, man, we'd love to do it, but
just doesn't
Right,
work
that's
till
true.
time.
Yeah.
So
Do any of the people that come in, do they look for work while they're here? I mean, do they touch you up and say, hey, is there a place where I can play for the day off? Or
we did have that happen with Oscar the one year, actually, when his band flew in. Doug Johns, who's again from Elyria, he was actually an artist in residence at Terra for some time. Yeah. Doug actually lined up an act in Cleveland for, I think, Oscar's band to play.
That's cool.
Kind of cool.
Yep.
And then we had Dave Ellefson and Frank Bello had a band called Altitudes and Attitude.
Yeah.
And
good album.
And they kind of put up a little mini tour. Once we had them lined up to play here, they kind of booked some shows, Detroit, Indianapolis, whatnot, and did a little mini tour.
That's cool.
So.
Yeah.
And they had Bumblefoot with them.
Did they really?
They came here, yeah.
Dude,
It
I love
was
Bumblefoot.
awesome.
I see
He
him
was
with
a
Guns N'
super
Roses.
nice guy.
He was amazing. Phenom. I mean, he's so tall. I mean, just towers over that stage.
He did like the Human Jukebox.
Oh, did he?
Was like,
I see that on YouTube.
Name a song.
Yeah.
Any song.
Yeah.
Just name a song.
Well, he just
Name it,
plays
and he
random
played it.
stuff on
Yep.
and on. Yeah.
Yep.
Did he have the bucket on his head?
That's
Bucket.
Oh, wait a
Bucket.
minute. Shit.
What the heck?
All right. I'm stupid.
you fucking idiot.
You wanted that button.
Yeah.
Buckethead,
Bumper.
who is not playing at any of the shows, never has.
Yeah.
The
What were you
camera
gonna
would
say,
be
Mike?
great. Hey, we got to rewind the camera so we can see Mike's face when I said that he had
That's
the
right.
bucket on his head.
That was great.
He's like, All right. Bumblefoot played with Guns N' Roses.
Yeah,
as
he
well.
did.
Yes.
He also
Yeah.
head up a tour of Asia after John Wetton passed away. He's
And then
a
he was
singer,
with
too.
Yes after that tour.
And Yes as
Wow.
well. Yep.
He went up with Yes after that.
Wow.
So
Yep.
I actually seen him too.
But he doesn't wear a bucket on his head.
No, it's Buckethead.
Well, not that we know of.
No, yeah, he might.
In his
It might be something he
private
does,
life,
yes,
maybe.
behind closed doors.
That's why he looked at me like he said he towers over everybody. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
he's
like-
tall as shit, dude. I didn't meet him.
Buckethead is, yeah. But
Yeah,
not,
that's what
not
I was
Bumblefoot.
talking about.
Bumblefoot's pretty average height.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave a look, and I'm like, oh, Jamie doesn't know what he's talking about.
Once again.
Actually, I did notice that both Tony and Mike were nodding when you said he towers over everybody.
Oh my god!
Well,
Ouch!
I mean-
Shots fired.
Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys are short. You know
I'm
that,
sorry,
right?
man.
All right.
Oh, wow. Thanks for pointing that out. I didn't know
High five, Tony.
Yeah.
Man. man.
Oh, that never gets old.
Yeah, it does.
That
You know,
never does.
it really does.
I haven't heard that in years. The high five was great back in the day.
God.
Sorry.
Wow.
So I have a question for you guys. You know, this is like the JpH podcast, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So are you guys, kind of like MC Hammer's childhood friends?
Yes, yes.
We're up
We-
there
we-
dancing with
yep.
them, right? So
We're
it's like
just here because he made
JpH
it.
and
Yep.
the childhood friends.
Yep.
I always include everyone on the show when I talk to people.
Oh my. No, wait a minute. No. Remember when Jen said something like, "You didn't say my name."
Jen who?
My
McCollum.
wife.
Said who's? Nah, we don't go there.
Like, he got mad that he was not mentioned.
He also got mad when someone called it my podcast.
Yeah.
That's not my podcast. That's not his podcast. It's mine.
Yeah.
It says JpH in it.
Actually, I think I heard that last night. Didn't someone refer to it as Tony's podcast?
Oh yeah, I did correct somebody last night. I did.
Oh, so we got the correction queen and the correction king over here.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, she wants her crown, her crown and scepter. I want my my crown and my coat.
Well, Mike's got the crown at his house.
I do.
Oh, well, I'll let you keep it, being that I didn't know who Bumblefoot was. We're not recording yet, are we?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we've
are.
been recording.
Ron
The whole
Todd.
time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never stopped the show at all.
I stopped it for like a brief second. It was like, this is too good to stop. Started back up.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yep.
Okay, so let's continue with the Midwest
Wow.
Rhythm Summit.
Should have picked you up.
It's a tongue twister to some extent.
No, it's not.
Is it?
Midwest Rhythm Summit.
Midwest Rhythm. Okay, it is for me.
We are debating changing the name to either the Midwest Music Summit or the Midwest Rhythm and Music Summit.
Okay,
I like that.
So,
I like that.
That was one of the questions I had for
Yep.
you. At this point, anyhow, it seems to be more because of the name. Is it more geared to rhythm, or is it just because you both are rhythm?
Right.
And so you started it. Was that your idea, and it kind of morphed into something more? Or you're going to morph it into something more? What's
Well, rhythm is something that, in truth, all music should have some rhythm, right? So,
Right.
it's a term that people think of the rhythm section, but it's actually, has a broader musical context. But I will also point out that there is an event that's been called the Midwest Music Summit that's happened for some years. And so we couldn't necessarily use that exact name. We thought Midwest Rhythm and Music Summit might be too long. We might use it. We're not sure. But we have some traction with the Midwest Rhythm Summit. People kind of know what that means.
Right.
But it is not limited to just bass players and drummers for sure. I mean, there are rhythm guitar players, but at any rate, rhythm is a concept that should apply to all music. And so
right.
the summit should apply to all music is kind of how
Okay.
we view it.
But we should add too, though, with the program at Terra, we have a lot of the audio engineering and recording type educational classes. So we've added that as a major component. And,
that wasn't in it previously when you first started?
not
He had
to-
more composing instead of the recording aspect.
Yeah, we did have.
Well, we had some, even with the first summit, we had some composing for like the video game industry and
Film.
and
filmmaking.
film and a spontaneous on the fly, composing session, which was pretty intriguing. We had a sessions panel last year. The sessions is a group of it's a nationwide group of professionals in the music industry that go around and do these presentations at a variety of places, and again trying to impart some of the educational experience on aspiring musicians about how to sign contracts and how to make connections with other musicians and how to make the most of your time in a recording studio and things like that. And so that was a great panel that we had at the 2019 summit. And so the sessions doesn't typically do a repeat show at a same venue.
Okay.
They debated coming, but they have a lot of other places to cover. So one of the sessions that we're doing on the Music and Jobs on Friday is kind of following some of that same model. So we've got some top tier Nashville composers and directors and musicians and Tom Lees and some other folks. So
So when you say you do recording sessions, like do you bring them into your studio there and kind of let them see that, or how's that?
Well, we did have at one time a sort of option for people to come in and do some recording, advertising, that sort of thing, but it really didn't take off. And so
Well,
it's not really...
Mike, what
I'm
you're
sorry.
saying is some of the vendors that could have done that. Some of the artists
Yeah.
could have done that. But I think Matt's asking for like
Yeah,
audience
if I'm a kid
participation.
that I'd like to get in recording. Is there a session for that I get to actually go in and see the studio?
Oh,
and
yeah,
how it
yeah.
works? Okay.
We've got quite a few of those coming up. I was going to add, we've added Brennan Willis of the Ohio Recording Company to our staff over at Terra.
That's pretty cool.
He's teaching quite a few of the recording tech classes. So he's part of our planning committee, and he's going to be bringing in a few people, some of his clients, to demonstrate some of the things they've been working on in his studio.
Brennan and the Ohio Recording Company being a part of it is huge. He's got such a great wealth of experience. His studio is fantastic. It's out there on Route 19 heading towards
19.
Oak Harbor.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty nice inside, man.
It's very,
yeah.
very nice. And he's got some legit, credibility to his name, especially down in Nashville. He's had some great artists in there. He knows what he's talking about. And so Brennan, and actually some other guy I know who plays guitar in a band that I play in, is maybe going to help out doing some
Who's that?
classes on recording in the
Yeah,
home.
Tom Lees is
Also.
going to be there, right?
There you go. Right. There's another guy. He's a little,
Oh, yeah. No, I'll be there. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But so no, we will have.
Are you going to go to
heavy
his?
focus?
Are you going to his classes to learn to
recording.
produce stuff?
Oh, my God.
Okay, sorry, Tom.
But
Wow.
in addition to having Ohio Recording Company and Brennan, we also have Justine Blazer, who is a newcomer, 3-4 years maybe, down in Nashville. And she's got already 7 EPs out and quite a few number one singles on various charts. And she's going to be talking about doing producing from her studio. And then we've got Rick DeJong, who is another person coming up from Nashville that writes a lot, does a lot of composing for films, that sort of thing. And then the band Dig Infinity is also going to be talking about producing their new EP that's about to come out. So there's going to be a lot of recording
Covered and stuff.
type of technology. Yeah.
I want to cover this. Like, at the beginning, you said it was, geared mostly towards high school and college students. But it's
Friday.
really open to anybody, correct?
It is.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
those sessions.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. That
Yeah.
Friday morning is really the part of it that's geared toward the high school and
Friday
college
morning?
students specifically.
If you are a student and can prove it, admission is free.
Okay.
If you are not a student, you are absolutely still welcome. But will you charge a fee? How much is it, Mike? Do you know?
It's low for what you
It's
get.
like $20 a day, $50 for the
whole weekend,
and
which gets you
with
both
concerts.
concerts. Yeah.
Yep.
This is
And that
very,
gets you
very-
the concerts,
It
too?
does.
Yeah.
It does. If you've heard of various places having a master class, maybe someone have a single master class on composing or on recording or whatnot, you might pay $350 just to go to that one master class for an hour, and so you're getting, 2 full days of these with your choices of what sessions to go to, 2 concerts to go to for $50 is crazy. It's a good price.
Which
But
is
not only that,
is why we need to bring back. I mean, the whole point of this is education.
Yeah.
And allowing it to be available for anyone who wants to come.
Yeah.
yeah.
But on the same hand, to get these people in costs money too. So
Right.
we rely almost exclusively on sponsorships.
Yeah.
So
we've
you're
got some
actively
great-
looking for sponsors right now as
Yes.
We are.
well? So, okay.
And we have had strong support from the community, so, I mean, we do need to give props, and we have a program that lists all of our sponsors or whatnot, but there are a lot of local organizations that, quite frankly, give to a lot of causes. But we've had some great support from local organizations, and then plus some of the companies, brands that these artists are affiliated with can help things out too. But, the more support we have, the bigger names we can bring in, the better performances we can get.
Yeah. So this is really good for students and even artists, local artists that are
absolutely.
looking. I mean, this is really something that
It's great for the
I'm
community,
hoping that
really.
we can
Think about-
get that out there, because there's a lot of people that are just in their home doing recording stuff and musician stuff that can probably benefit and see some pretty cool acts. And
if you're just a hobbyist, either recording songs for your own band or just doing stuff on your own, or heck, you just you like playing whatever musical instrument you enjoy and by yourself. There's stuff for everybody here.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably gonna go.
How about
I haven't gone yet. So.
$20 for a concert ticket Saturday night, 3 bands.
Right.
Including Crystal Bauer Sox and Dig Infinity.
Yeah.
And some other band.
And it's $20. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's not
Or
bad.
just pay $50 for the weekend. You get the whole weekend of
And any
master
classes
and the
classes.
concerts.
Yeah, that's cheap as hell, man.
Yeah.
So what you can benefit out of that?
Well, like you get the interaction too. It's not just here. I'm teaching you this. There's a back and forth with this, so it's pretty cool. I mean, since it's more an intimate setting.
I have always
where that
watched
happens.
the YouTube videos of NAMM conventions. I've always thought that was so cool. I always went like that, you know me, Tom. So I would look for like the '80s artists. Like a lot of times they'd be there and stuff, and I always thought it was cool because they would have like their own little cubicles, so to say, with all their own pedals and their instruments, and I always thought that was so cool. And then when you guys started this here, I thought, man, that's pretty neat that you kind of brought that here. In your own version of it.
Right. We wanted to bring the cool aspect of the NAMM shows without the headache of it.
Right.
I've been going to those since 2006. And the NAMM shows look great when you just see little clips from it. But it is a sea of humanity. And when you go there, there's this person that you like idolize, you love. Hey, I want to go see this person play. Let's say it's Victor Wooten playing bass someplace. I want to go see Victor playing. And whatever booth he's at or whatever he's playing is going to be just swamped with people. I mean, if you've ever been to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, it's like that level of physical crush with your humans around you. And so if you do get a chance to say, hey, Victor, how's it going? I mean, all he has a chance to do is say, hey, Tom, nice, and you're done, right?
Yeah,
so that's all you can do.
Yeah.
So we wanted to have the cool aspect, which is those artists are there. They have their gear that they use. They're doing their music that they like. And then we have a chance for them to, in a calm, relaxed fashion, have a conversation with you.
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna go.
So
I'm definitely gonna go.
Is there a website like to register or
Absolutely.
Facebook or
MidwestRhythmSummit.com.
Okay. Is that for registration or is that for sponsorship too?
It's for everything. If
Okay.
you go on there, there's links to register. Which I might add that high school students get in free, but we want them to register online so we get an idea how many are coming. But you can get concert tickets. You can click the link for sponsorships, or if you want to be a vendor, you can click that link and sign up to come in and show your gear. So, yeah, the website also has the bios of all the clinicians that are going to be there. So MidwestRhythmSummit.com.
Plus, find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome.
We'll definitely have to put that.
Do you
up on
distribute
the
this
Facebook
to the local schools as well so that they're aware it's going on?
Yeah, our college recruiters get everything out to the area high schools.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, on Friday, ideally, we want to see like school buses pulling up, dropping
Right,
kids
right.
off,
That's what I was
which we've had in the
envisioning.
past.
Okay.
And at first the schools were thinking we should just market this to the band kids, but it's really broader than that.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's more kids interested than just the band kids.
I mean, granted, like the fact that you play, trombone or viola, is great. But you may have a kid that plays guitar or plays drums but doesn't want to be in a marching band that isn't in the formal band or orchestra. So we want to make sure we grab them as well. And actually, the first couple of years, like Chuck Rainey and John Martinez had a series of sessions that, yes, they were very relevant to marketing your brand if you were a musician and marketing yourself, but it's also, they're kind of like life experiences too. Like a lot of what they were saying could definitely apply to someone just trying to be successful in any field.
Right.
Being a team player, but don't let yourself get pushed around.
Right.
Show what you can do, but do it in a respectful way that isn't trying to take center stage. If you're asked to do more, do more, but don't force things on other people. So kind of general strategies for how to be successful.
That's something that Chuck said. One of the classes I was at that first year was somebody told him those life lessons that you're talking about. Everybody's doing a solo, and then they kicked it over to Chuck to do the solo, And he did the solo, and then somebody he respected at the end of it said, "That was the dumbest solo I ever heard."
Wow.
Chuck Rainey, he's got 17 million albums under his belt, and said that was the dumbest solo I ever heard. He said, "Don't take a solo if you don't have anything to say." So him just saying that was like, wow.
Wow.
So that was taught to him, and so then he taught that to everyone that was in the class. So it's pretty cool. It's powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. In addition to gone back and talking about band, orchestra, and choir students, I'd say close to 50-60% of the students we get at Terra that go into the music program are in it just for the recording aspect of it, and haven't been in a music program in a high school.
What's that percentage?
I'd say about 50 to 60%.
Wow.
That's a high percent.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it just goes to show you that
It's
they're
not
looking
just-
more into commercial
Right,
music
right.
rather than performing, music. Well, I was just going to add, too, that,
Yes, sir.
it's something at Terra that we were trying to do. We've been trying for about the past couple of years is promote commercial music more in the area. We looked at what does this area need that it doesn't have right now, and the program was changed a little bit so that you could perform, but you had to do the recording and technology side of things too. So we formed what we call a hybrid degree, which combined the two of them so that when you get out, you're more prepared to work in the music industry. But you can play, you can perform, and do that too. So given that, this whole summit fits right into what our program's all about, which is the commercial music industry today.
Yeah.
And where else can you get that around here?
Yeah. That's a win-win.
Right.
for Terra.
Around here, you
Yeah.
can't. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I want to give a shout out to some of the other departments out at Terra that help make the summit happen. Because when you bring a large group of people onto the campus and you're going to have this music focus or whatnot, you need more than just the music program itself can do. You have some hospitality concerns. How do we feed these people? Where do we put them up? You have enhanced security, concerns. How do we handle that? You have enhanced housekeeping issues, trash and whatnot. And so, first of all, it's kudos to Terra for pulling that off. But secondly, this is like, real world how events happen,
Right.
And so just, everyone involved in putting this type of a event together, you learn some things that maybe you didn't think you were going to learn, but nevertheless will be valuable lessons later on, because if you're trying to stage any type of organized event, you have to look at it from 360 degrees and get all the team members on board to make it work.
Well, that's been like the real world experience with the students too. Like I was doing the sessions panel, and one of the students was trying to have a meltdown and said, "This is not what you do right now. You have to know what you know and work through this." And so like we worked through it, and so like we got it together. But it's like throwing a temper tantrum is not professional. And this is what you want to do. This is not how you do it. Everybody's watching you right now. So it really gave you real world experience from that aspect too, from the students to see, well, okay, this is how it happens.
Yeah, and right now I've actually added planning committees into one of my classes so that now the students are grouped into like a logistics committee, a marketing committee, volunteer coordination committee. So they're actually going to do the coordination of all of those groups.
Wow.
That's good.
Gives them experience.
That's really awesome. This is a big benefit for Terra and for the community and for the students. So it's just
Well,
awesome.
they're coming up with some great ideas too. I
See?
mean, I'm like, how do we get more high school kids in here? Well, they know.
Right. Oh, yeah.
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 And it's also something that the whole community can kind of get behind, because we're bringing some of these bigger name artists in here, and they're by and large they've been saying fantastic things like, "Man, you guys have some great places to eat here.
Right.
Everyone is super friendly, and people sometimes think living in the Midwest can be boring or whatnot, but I would say we have the chance to have as much fun as any place.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, we don't have a lot of the negative kind of stereotypes that you get on some of the
bigger
more
scales.
extreme parts of the country.
There's a couple people that have actually talked about wanting to live here.
It's true, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. Like they come from Japan.
Yep.
Kazuma, and then
Kazuma was going to move.
from
Kanochi.
California, London.
Austin, Chuck
Yeah,
Chandler.
Austin's talked about who produced Adele's album.
Oh, really?
Has talked about he likes it here.
Really?
I think I heard Intel was saying the same thing.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
that crazy? They're gonna be down in Columbus.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, Austin actually got a Grammy
Yeah,
for producing Adele's 25
That's
album.
pretty cool.
yeah,
And he was here to talk to the students last October, I believe it was.
yep.
I would also just point out that there are folks that don't play an instrument, don't really care about some of the sessions that are going on, but maybe enjoy listening to music.
Oh yeah.
And they might say, "Well, I've never heard of My World," or "I've never heard of Dig Infinity," or whatnot. If they've come to previous rhythm summits, I hope that they would trust us that we're bringing some very, very excellent musicians
Right.
that write some great tunes here. Like folks that didn't know who Oscar Cartoya was, left his concert just being
Blown away.
amazed.
Yeah.
People that didn't know who Doug Johns were left being amazed. Dig Infinity is going to just blow the roof off the place. My World, who played previously, got a phenomenal response, and that was one of the things we heard from a lot of folks was like, bring them back. We need to have them again.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're going to have some great bands playing. Together Band, that's a known commodity. They
Yep.
are fantastic all the time.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So they're very worth coming out for. And then Crystal Bauer Sox. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Local girl, not only done good, done fantastic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so just if you're the casual enjoyer of music, this will
Yeah.
be a great time to come out for concerts, if nothing else.
So that's a good question. Let's say I'm a kid and I never touched an instrument, but I like music. I like listening to music. Are these sessions something for me? Are there any sessions
Yes.
that would be there for me?
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in, but I did I ran the sound for Dave Ellison's master class, and so somebody was in there, and like Dave did, I think Holy Wars. He played along with Holy Wars, and so then people were just in there asking where he came up with Dawn Patrol. So like you can just like ask these guys like I don't want to say anything. I mean, but like so like if you are a fan of that music or something like that, you can ask them. I mean,
That's
they're
cool.
right there. You don't have to wait online.
So you
for a
don't have to
response.
be a musician
Absolutely.
to really
No.
enjoy
And
this.
actually,
No.
Frank Bellows' class, the 2019 one, he actually said to everyone in the audience, hey, raise your hand if you have played a musical instrument. Okay, put your down. Raise your hand if you've never played one. And some people have their hands up. He goes, all right, you, come on. Have you ever played bass guitar? No, I have. Come on up here.
Wow.
He puts his own bass on.
Wow.
And he's like, hit that note right there. You just played an E. All right. That's like, 40% of all the notes you need to play. On the bass line, right? He's like, all right, put your finger right there. Play that note. Pluck the note now. You played a D. All right. You've now got 60% of it covered. And so he had someone play a very basic riff, like within
That never had
5
played
never,
before.
never even touched a musical instrument in his life. So that was pretty cool.
Was someone who he's seen
That's
on
very
television playing all kinds of music and
Yes.
stuff all over the world. I mean, that would be inspiration for
And then-
a kid.
One of the classes that I went to that I kind of want to learn some more was it Sean Beeston had a class and Beeson.
Yeah.
Sean Beeson had a class on composing, on a computer he writes for movies and video games and whatnot. And so he just like starts the session saying, what kind of music sound, what kind of a song do we want to do? And people shout out what they wanted. All right, well, let's lay down a piano part for it. And he's showing you in real time on a computer how you can do
write
this
a song.
with
Oh,
the
wow.
keyboard. All right.
That is cool.
And you're piecing together this song. And all right, we need to have some strings. We need to have some percussion. We need to have this and that. And so it really opened a lot of people's eyes, myself included, about what you can do, at least composing at least your initial ideas, if nothing else,
Right.
just on a computer. There was another session on songwriting that I think John Martinez did. And he's kind of like, okay, here's the circle of fifths or whatever. Here are all the different, chords we could possibly start a song with. Pick one. All right. What's our next one? What's our next one? What's our next one? Okay, here are our four chord progressions we're going to go through. What kind of rhythm do we want, And so you mapped out what kind of rhythm we want. Do we want to change it up at some point in time? Yeah, let's change it up. Okay. And then there were some musicians there that were ready to go, including some Terra musicians. And he said, okay, the people have spoken. Here's your song. Here's our chord progression. Here's our patterns that we're playing. Play it. And again, in real time, you wrote a song just like
Right.
that.
That's
was
pretty
pretty
cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
And it was something that the advanced musician could go, wow, I actually don't have to rack my brains. You know, it can't be
Right.
that easy. But also someone that had no experience whatsoever playing anything, writing anything, composing anything, I think got something out of it.
Right.
You bring up a really good point. Again, at the basis of all of this is the education.
Right.
That's what we want to do. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get real hung up in, wow, the star power, you know, and the names and who they played with, but it really goes back down to educating people. And hopefully, you know, when we started this out, we wanted to recruit students too. So maybe we get them interested, they sign up for
Right.
classes, it's a win-win.
Something Thomas Lang said in his class, the world-renowned drummer, was his one teacher told him, don't practice while you play, and don't play when you practice. It was like the first two rules. So that is like when you're practicing, he goes, practice is supposed to be hard. You're learning. He goes, so don't, when you're halfway through practice, like if you dedicate, you know, half hour to an hour, do not play in that time. That's practice. It's supposed to be hard. And like he made fun of John Martinez. And he's like, John Martinez might be doing something like this. And then he started kicking into like a real common rhythm and everything. And so it's funny. So it's like, but I took away from that as a guitar player, just like, that's something huge. And as a drummer, so you can draw from all of this. You don't have to be, oh, as a drummer, I'm not going to listen to him. It's like, I told him, I said, hey, thank you for that, because that was huge.
Yeah.
So
Adam Nitty, who was one of our great clinicians for the first two, he's a bass player and one of the best educators that I know. He asked the crowd, and he went with everybody. He went to each person in his clinic, and he says, realistically, what could you commit to? Like, I will at least do this every day. How much time will you spend practicing your instrument every day? And some folks were like, oh, an hour and a half. He's like, okay, you know, you will honestly commit an hour and a half every day to playing your instrument. Yes. He got to other people. He got to me. I think I said 10 minutes. And he goes,
It's realistic.
That's an honest answer.
Yeah.
you know?
Right. Well, yeah.
And the thing is, you can actually get a lot done. Like those 10 minutes, which if I would just playing, I don't know, scales for 10 minutes
Right.
every day is a lot better than saying I'm going to do an hour
And don't even do
and
that
actually
for 3
doing
days.
zero
Right.
most of the days.
Right.
You know, so you know, finding something you can actually commit to and follow through on is pretty important.
Thomas is a big one for practicing too. He told me he does about 6 hours a day, full time.
Drumming is his gig, right? Yes, that's his
Yes.
day job, right? So he doesn't have to work a 10-hour day and then come home and play 6 hours.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked him a very basic question about rudiments and how you do them with your feet, and he's like, "Well, you learn with your hands, and then you do them with your feet." What's the question?
That guy decoded drums. Like the way he showed how to do it, he's like,
I'm like,
everybody-
"Well, how do you get to that point where you do them with your feet? Well, you just do it.
yeah.
You got to practice."
Yeah. He said, everybody knows a paradiddle, right? And everybody's like, yeah.
Yep.
And so, were you in that class too?
Yep.
And so he just like did a paradiddle on everything. He goes, just draw a shape then, like draw a triangle, and then put your foot in, and then put another foot in, and like he uses it all over the kit in like half a second. Then just doing paradiddles.
And he's got like 7 pedals that operate different things, and he's moving his feet all
But-
around these pedals.
Not in that class though. He didn't.
No.
He probably
But-
had maybe 4.
well, only 4.
Well, I mean, like the double, I'm saying like the double kick, the hi hat, and then one other goofy thing, and that was it.
Yeah,
So yeah,
which is amazing.
yeah.
Having more than 2 or 3, you know.
And part of that practice too, like my buddy Andy Irvine was here one year and did a session, and you know, Steve Harris, fantastic bass player, one of my idols
Maiden.
for Iron Maiden. If you've ever tried to just casually play an Iron Maiden song, if you're a bass player, you will be very, very frustrated.
Yeah.
But what Steve has done and what Andy was talking about is you just need to like get your motor, you know, your right hand,
Yeah.
or if you're a right-handed player, is your motor, get your motor dialed in and just practice. You know, if you want to play the Trooper, you know, just spend 2 hours just literally playing the basic riff to the trooper. And you need to do that to get your hand in a position and your muscle, your forearm and everything in a position to do that. So sometimes practice is not flashy or
it's
glorious. You know,
It's not playing. It's
just
work.
It's getting your body, getting your muscle memory, getting your tendons and your muscles and your ligaments all ready to do the thing that they have to do. And once you have that motor down, you know, then you can start to make that kind of music. But some of that music, you know, Steve does all that stuff with 2 fingers, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But it's practice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Insane.
So
Well, that's pretty cool, man. I can't wait. I'm actually gonna go.
good.
You gonna do any sessions or just to the concert?
I don't know.
Go
if
to the
I
sessions.
might go to the sessions too. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go.
It's inspiring.
What
to
are
be
the
honest.
times on all this? We talked about dates. I don't think we talked about
No, we
times,
haven't.
did we?
Doors open at 9.
Okay.
The first session starts around 10 each day, and they're about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes in length. There's a lunch break, and then we're going to have quite a few panel sessions this year. Like one is going to be bringing artists from L.A., Nashville, Cleveland, New York, all together and talk about what the pandemic's done to the music industry.
Oh, that's cool.
Just from all over.
Yeah.
Another one's going to be Tom Lee's talking about legal issues and copyright things of interest like that. Of course, Crystal Bowersox will have a session on. I imagine we haven't really worked out what she's going to be talking about, but I'm sure it'll have something to do with her career and how she got started and where she is today. So these will go till 5, and then we have a dinner break. Doors open for the concerts at 7, and the concerts start at 7:30 and go till roughly 10:30.
Okay, and pricing, the concerts are $20.
No,
for just
Saturdays
for
20.
Just Saturdays.
Fridays 15.
Okay, but if I want to do the whole thing,
$50.
$50. That
$50.
includes sessions,
Yeah.
concerts, everything.
That's
Okay.
the way to go.
And
That's
Jeez.
what's going on, man.
Brendan's going to have some great sessions on Saturday also about recording. So, if you want to know either how recording would go in someone else's studio or how you could do recording at home, I think that would be very important to go to as well.
Yeah, he's got some other ideas, too, that we haven't quite worked all the way through yet. But he's going to be bringing in some of his clients that have done
That's
quite a
awesome.
bit.
Now, if anybody does not know Brennan from this area, so he's from this area. He's made it. Like, they got signed to Warner Brothers.
He's a Terra graduate.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's
Yep.
a success story right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I was really thrilled to have him come on to the staff over at the college.
yeah. Super nice guy. Knowledgeable. I mean, approachable.
What makes him so good is his experience.
Yeah.
I mean, he has tried so many different things, starting in his parents' house, working in his bedroom, putting mattresses against the walls and
Nice.
and doing what you have to do with one mic.
Yep.
To now he's pretty much an expert on anything.
Well, Ohio Recording Co. is a phenomenal recording studio.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great studio. I mean, if you've seen studios in, bigger cities or whatnot, I mean, this rivals them, if not exceeds them. And it's right here in little old Fremont. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, they got a Facebook page too. You can check them out. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
So yeah, the students love him too.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's got to be cool too. I mean, you bring back a graduate, so it inspires the students to say, "I can take these classes, and I can try to be like he is." It's doable. It's been done. He's
Well,
an
actually-
actual Terra graduate.
He's taking them out to his studio,
that's
working
cool.
on extra projects and helping them out.
Between the two of you, each one of your separate answers, which session do you recommend the most this year?
Mike, you go first.
All of them.
Nice answer. Yeah. Tom's disappointed.
It's all
You
gonna
took
be
his
good.
answer.
It's all gonna be good. You won't regret any of them.
Well, that is very, very true. I'm going to put a plug in for my buddy Tom Chico Lees. Tom is not only a great guitar player and a phenomenal intellectual property attorney. He's also incredibly entertaining. He is going to have a session that I guarantee you will be compelling. And if you ever want to write a song, I mean, as a lawyer myself, and also hearing from a lot of people I know in the industry, those who've made it and are living comfortably, versus those who, even though their names that you know,
right.
I know for a fact that they're literally scraping by to get by. Mm-hmm. A lot of it comes down to getting your legal ducks in a row early on in your career.
Yeah.
And I think it's very, very important that people understand this and get, at least have have some experience in your head when you go into these negotiations, if you're lucky enough to get there,
right.
And take advantage of it to yourself. Because, Gingley Joe, as an example, we had numerous offers of record label tours and European tours and Asian tours and whatnot. And they sound great, but we fortunately had two lawyers in the band.
Wasn't that great?
Read through it. I'm like, okay, my core values are, at the end of this tour, I want to still have made my mortgage payments. I still want to be married,
right.
And I still want to be, have a productive life.
Right.
And a lot of them would say, hey, we'll put you on tour and you'll go places and we're going to cover all your expenses, meaning
while you're on the tour.
We will physically get you from this place to that place. There will be a place for you to stay, which may not be awesome.
Right.
We've got all the ramen noodle packets you can eat. But then you spend 3 months doing that, and there's no additional pay, right? And you come home, and what's happening? And then on the flip side, there are folks that did a very good job of securing some of their rights, not only on the recording side of things or the songwriting side of things, but also the actual recording, the rights on the recording that gets played, the rights to perform that music live, There are bundles of rights that you need to be aware of. And so anyone that wants to be in the music industry at all, I'm a big believer that you have to know this stuff.
Right.
And it may sound dry, but Tom's going to make it very entertaining and enlightening. So that's a session I would push.
All right.
I should put in a plug for Brennan, too. Along those same lines, he's got some people that are going to come in and talk about making money off of doing streaming music.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's smart because that's
very
where
relevant
everything's
right now.
going.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
Or has gone to, I
Pandora,
should say.
SoundCloud, Spotify, all of those things.
So yes, so Tom's session, all of Brennan's sessions.
Yes.
And then, of course, Crystal Bauer Sox's session. And then all the other sessions
Justine
on
Blazer.
Justin
right there.
Blazers. And then the music and
panel
jobs
discussion.
Yes,
You
that
got to
one.
do all those.
So we're basically saying
Then all the rest of them. Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
So
yeah.
like,
Love it.
yeah, for $50,
This
you can't beat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. This probably goes off a tangent compared to the Rhythm Summit.
Wow.
Jesus.
But you brought something up, the two of you together. You fucking idiot.
I love that. Best thing ever.
So streaming right now, is it better off for artists to be streaming than having to deal with record companies like they did in the past?
Oh,
If they do it right, or
Well, yes and no, mostly no. All right. So, for instance, I think I can say this safely because I think he has made these comments public and actually maybe even in a book. But like Frank Bello was telling me, back in the day, Anthrax would put out an album, sell actual physical media, whether it's a record, a cassette, a CD, and do one tour to support that album. And then he'd be off for 3 years. And you have time with your mortgage is getting paid, your family gets to eat, you have time with your family. Those days are mostly gone. And streaming wise, they don't get paid very much at all. That's why a lot of the bands that we know
Tour.
from or are on tour all the time.
All the time.
Which is great for us, the consumer of that, although prices have gone up a lot.
Yeah.
But it's hard on their families because these artists that you think of them like, hey, they've got it made. They're a big name. I know them. They must have everything in their life is lined up perfectly. They're touring a lot more than they want to be. And talking to people like Dave Ellefson, he was telling me that for every 100,000 times a Megadeth song gets played on various streaming.
say that number again before you say the price.
I think it was 100,000
Okay.
plays on, I think it was Spotify. he gets something like 6 cents.
That's,
Oh, Jesus.
that's,
And so
Wow.
so Spotify was one of the worst. Pandora wasn't much better. Apple Music was slightly better, but actually
Google.
XM Radio
Oh,
is
really?
one of the few that is actually
Really?
still
pays pretty
gives them a meaningful paycheck every month.
I heard that Google's pays well too.
Isn't there
Perhaps it
Tidal as well that's supposed to be more beneficial to the artists as well?
What's that?
TIDAL, Tidal.
Not sure.
Okay.
Brennan's got some people coming in that have made pretty decent money doing the streaming thing. So we're all going to learn
how he did
obviously
it.
how he did it.
Right, right,
You
right.
know,
Again,
because-
getting their legal rights in order
Oh, yeah.
before they sign those contracts, for sure.
Right.
But people buy some of the music to put in their music videos and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's he went over a bunch of things that are upcoming in the music industry that I had never heard of before. So, I mean, come and learn because supposedly the future is going to be that sort of thing. So,
Well, plus talk to
You know?
John and Chris from my world. Being able to write music that gets involved in the television industry is also a great career path.
Yep.
And Dig Infinity, they work for Facebook. They've done 20 or 30 songs for Facebook. So people that want to use a song can go into the library and pick one of theirs.
Oh, that's cool.
And they get paid for that.
Yeah.
So,
That's
I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing, from the people that have made some money doing it.
Yeah.
So, and that's one of the things at the college too. We're really working hard to promote what's going to happen in the music industry. Because, like Tom said, it's not the way it used to be.
No,
Right,
by no
right.
Things
means.
are going in a different direction, and we got to be ahead of it.
Well, it sounds very interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
That
really
could be
excited.
neat.
I mean, I've seen it happen. Watching your guys' posters and stuff throughout the few shows that you've already done, and I've always wanted to go. And I almost went to the last one because but I had something going on. I think I had something going on or whatever, and I couldn't go. But I definitely want to make sure I save it for this year because I definitely want to go.
Yeah.
Might make it a podcast trip.
Oh my God, a field trip.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like it.
I don't know.
I like it.
Tara's ready.
Maybe the Terra's new podcast recording studio will be
That's
up and running
right.
by then.
That's right. We're putting together a podcast studio.
Are you
right now.
really?
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Yep.
That's true.
Well, there you
So
go.
we got
That's
another
how we get
option.
rid of Tony. You fucking idiot.
Oh, that's good shit, man.
Awesome.
I think we should put a plug in. Well, Tom already kind of did with all the people that are involved in putting this together. I
Yeah.
think we have a committee of like over 20 people that meet every couple weeks
That's cool.
to get all of the I's dotted and T's crossed to get this thing off the ground. And a lot of Terra people. Tony's involved. Tom's involved. I mean, it takes a whole lot of people to pull
I
this
can only
thing off.
imagine.
Even some departments you wouldn't expect, like isn't your English department been like big in supporting this?
Oh, yeah. Let me add that the week before the summit, or starting that Monday, we're going to have an arts festival going on in the same building that all of the classes are going to be. So there'll be all kinds of demos and art up on the walls and sculptures and things like that from the community to see.
Oh, that's
Very cool.
That's cool.
And then the Thursday night before the summit starts, we're going to have students doing some of their video presentations from their video classes. And then we'll probably have our fusion band and jazz band playing too
Nice.
to celebrate the Arts Week
Yep.
is
that's
what
cool.
it is. But yeah, English is involved too. They do readings and
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. And they took up a collection and were a sponsor at the last summit.
Oh,
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
Probably should also mention that in addition to Terra State Community College, there's also a Terra State Foundation, and so people that make donations, this can be a charitable tax write-off as well.
There you go.
And also from the real world experience side of things, learning how to have a foundation, properly support an event that actually has to pay people that actually make some money at it is its own set of challenges. But
yeah.
they do it well, and it's totally legit. So
Cool.
donate.
That's awesome.
Please.
And for those of you watching online and watching the video, yes, they're real and they're fantastic. So,
All that food
We
you
really
eat
got to
around
get some
town.
video down here for real. I mean, people got to see.
I'll wear pants next episode.
please, dear
Sonny
Lord.
already said. Sonny already talked about that. They all wear clothes. It bothers me. That was his question.
And you usually
You guys
sit
actually-
in this chair.
Oh, that's right. There's a reason they gave you Jamie's chair.
Make sure you wash your pants when you get home, Mike.
Oh God! Good thing they're not your rock pants.
Oh man, that's good.
Well,
stuff.
thanks, you guys.
Yeah, no, we
Appreciate ya.
appreciate you guys having coming on here and April 8th and 9th, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
There you go, man.
Nice.
So check out.
Looking forward to it.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, we'll definitely put it on the Facebook page so that people can
Yep.
click the link and sign up and buy some tickets or donate
All right.
as well as too. So yeah, thanks a lot, you guys. We really
Yes.
appreciate you guys being here. It's good seeing almost every member of the Stranger Than Fiction band. We just got to get booked in here now, and we'll be official, man.
Actually,
Heck
they're our first guests for the new year.
Yeah.
Wow.
First time we've had two people. So
Awesome.
pulled
Two
it off.
people.
Two people as guests. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like two people from the band. 'Cause we're just
Wow.
talking about-
Pay attention, Tony.
God.
Two people as guests, Tony.
Yes.
It's okay.
We should have sampled Archer saying "real smooth," Taylor.
That would have been a good one, yes.
Spoiler, it doesn't involve my dick.
That's right.
That's the Archer sample we got.
Ben Archer, the one and only. Thank God.
All right.
All right. Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Episode 13, and we will see you guys in about a month. And we got a few more surprises. Hopefully, not a lead balloon like the last one that just happened with our first skit of the new year. So, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't what I was expecting from
It
Jim.
didn't need to be like
It
that.
was good. Man.
It
Poor
did
Jim.
need to be
It
like
did
that.
not.
So,
He did fine. Come on.
he did. No,
I
Dad
love
did
Jim.
good. Just the rise wasn't. This is what we thought.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You hyped shit up too big.
Maybe
Just shut up.
that's the problem. Man.
Jesus Christ, man. All right, man. Well, we're going to let you guys go, and we'll leave with a pretty cool song that Brent Lowery wrote called Pemberville Road, a song that ties into where he's from and part of his growing up, childhood, and one of his favorites. So,
And Tom and Mike, thank you again.
yes.
Thanks for having us,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Appreciate it.
No, thank you guys for being here, man. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys all next month. See ya.
There's a road where I spend most of my life. The bus will stop to take me home from school each night. Oh, there's a road where I first learned to drive. Took my mom's car around the block once or twice. Oh, this is home. It's where I wanna be. Oh, all the memories that makes me who I am. And it's the place where I learned to be a man. My granddad taught me how to live off the land. My first kiss, my first wish didn't go so well. If you ask me where I wanna go, I'd say Pemberville Road. I remember back in second grade, my first real crush, and the Pledge of Allegiance still meant the world to us. And from this road, you might think we're a little farm town, but a big country makes us one. then damn right we are. All this is home. That's where I wanna be. Oh, memories that make me who I am. And it's the place where I learned to be a man. My granddaddy taught me how to live off the land. My first kiss, my first wish didn't go so well. If you ask me where I wanna go, I'll say Pemberville Road. Oh, this is home. It's where I wanna be. Oh, all the memories that make me who I am. And it's the place where I learned to be a man. My granddaddy taught me how to live off the land. My first kiss, my first wish